Gilles comes rushing towards Lilly as she enters the Imperial District, his elderly face red and his breathing heavy from the exertion. I'm glad I was able to catch you, Madam Lilly. I bring news from your father. Well, of course, she's curious what that might be. Magistrate Okaris has found himself in council with visitors from Emperor Rakha, and apparently a matter of great urgency has arisen. He wishes to send his deepest apologies for missing your graduation ceremony this afternoon. Yeah, well, he's not surprised. Magistrate Okaris says to assure you that he'll make it up to you later this day and suggests that you perhaps spend a bit of time in the market district until he sends for you. She might deem to go shopping later, then. I do apologize if I'm the bearer of ill news, milady. I bid you a good afternoon and pray that Rakha keep you in his blessings. Scampers away. Spend time in the market district? Perhaps. First, Lilly'd like to refresh herself at the Black Estate, and then visit the library at the Imperial Grand Hall. Guards. Golems. What is everyone so worried about? Lilly spots Janthos and Alia in the distance and can't resist taking a closer look at Janthos' golem. But realizing that Janthos has noticed with pride that she's staring at his creation, she quickly passes to approach Alia, ignoring the gnome altogether.
Hello there.
Hi, Citizen Black. Alia's excited smile seems to split her face from ear to ear. Yeah, I think Liz's curious what happened to her parents. They're unpacking the mules and crawling up the stairs to their own room last I checked. They're exhausted from the trip and from all the emotion from the ceremony. Figured to let them sleep and take the time to say goodbye to you and Janthos. When I got here, Janthos wanted to show me the latest changes to his golem. Janthos has found a way to make one of his stupid constructs speak. It's downright creepy, Lilly. Who knows how far these experiments will go? He's going to unleash a force that will be the death of him, I just know it. I'll be far away in the woods where I can't watch over him. It's horrible, Lilly. One of those things were to get out of control. I can't even imagine the consequences. Of course, Lily's not concerned for Janthos' well-being, but she is curious about the golem. Oh, just stupid directions on how to get it around the city at this point. I know it's harmless, but it speaks, Lilly. It thinks. What happens when it starts to speak and think for itself rather than for him? Yeah, what is she proposing? I'll sit back and keep an eye on him. I chose the Redeemer crest, remember? If he hurts himself, at least I can patch him up now. In the meantime, if you could just speak with him and try to figure out what harebrained plan he has up his sleeve next. Yeah, she's not going to promise anything. She's not sure she even wants to speak to Janthos. Thanks, Lilly. You're a good friend. Friend? Lilly'll settle for co-conspirator. It'll serve that gnome well to see his experiments fail, and to realize he has no talent, only luck. As Lilly approaches the gigantic construct standing before her, its eyes light up in a bright green glow. Looks towards her, the lights of its eyes flickering rapidly. Greetings, Imperial Citizen Lilly Black, daughter of Okaris Black, Imperial Magistrate of Ghaarak. Construct 17 Imperial Information Construct at your service. How may I be of assistance? Lilly might be slightly impressed. Asking him what it might know about the city. Imperial Colony of Ghaarak, approximate population 1700. Northernmost city of Sarkhan Empire. Primary trade and imports from southern cities of Empire. Just curious how much the construct might know about her own home. Lilly Black residency located to east of Imperial District at the Imperial Estate, manor home of Akaris Black, Magistrate of Ghaarak. And the Empire? Sharakan Empire founded in 1320 by Rakha, the Magnificent, High Emperor of Sharakan. Imperial doctrine to unite Abaran under one supreme reign of peace. Just curious how self-aware the construct might be. The lights of the construct's eyes glow a dim violet color. Construct 17 Imperial Information Construct, fueled by power of Control Stone, located within the walls of Imperial Grand Hall. That's interesting. I was wondering if maybe she can wrest the control of the golem out from under Janthos. She get her hands on that Control Stone. Farewell, Lilly Black. And the lights of the construct's eyes slowly dim, returning to a passive position. Here is its inventor.
Greetings.
He motions grandly towards the huge construct beside him. I'd like to introduce you to my latest creation, Lady Black. Or is that Citizen Black now? Anyway, I made a magnificent breakthrough today, and I finally managed to give one of my creations the ability to speak. Yeah. Just wondering what else it might say besides act as a tour guide. Well, it serves as a guide to visitors coming and going from the Imperial District, but that will only be the beginning, I assure you. At the moment, these constructs rely solely on the power of the Control Stone located in the Grand Hall. Maybe that's not such a secret piece of information after all. While the Control Stone allows the constructs to perform at a considerable level, it doesn't have the strength to utilize their full potential. When working on several experiments to find a power source capable of containing the potent magical necessary to enhance the construct's abilities, but as of yet, I've not found one to suit my purposes. But I guess Lilly knows the answer. She'll probably brag a bit with her knowledge, suggesting Irelium. Irelium? Well now, I suppose it may just work. Don't know why I didn't think of that myself. Lilly does. Only problem with Irelium, though, is that the crystals are a bit hard to come by in these parts. If you happen to come by any Irelium crystals, I'd be more than happy to reimburse you for them. It certainly would save me a great deal of time and aggravation. Check the market district. I found all manner of strange things over the years. If Lilly has time. Goes back to tinkering with his golem. To think he didn't consider Irelium. Alia's probably never even heard of it.
Hello there.
Hi, Lilly. Have you discovered any news regarding Janthos' experiments? I was just gonna mention the Irelium crystals. Irelium, you say? I fear I know what he has in mind. We need to stop this, Lilly. Janthos is putting himself and the city in danger. Will you help me? I think Lilly thinks Alia's a little paranoid, but she'll hear her out. If you could bring me the material he intends to use as a power supply, maybe I can modify it to actually damage the golems enough to put them safely out of commission. Janthos will find other interests, safer interests. You know he will. I think Lilly might be interested to do this simply for her own amusement, just to sabotage Janthos' experiments. She'll probably play along with this little trick. I know what I'm asking seems a bit extreme, but Janthos refuses to listen to reason. Curiosity kills the cat, they say. Keep an eye on him until you get back. And so, the co-conspirators have a plot, but Lilly can't imagine why Alia cares a whit about Janthos. Must have something to do with her druidic duty or something. Poor, misguided girl. A small plaque at the base of the statue reads, "Praise be to Emperor Rakha and the glory of the Sharrakan Empire." Emperor Rakha, the great savior, the almighty one. Lilly can't imagine anyone else that would pay as well or extend as many privileges as the Emperor himself would to his private guard, the ShadowGuard. But first, home for a bath. Lilly approaches the gate to her family's estate. But oddly enough, it appears not only closed, but locked.
Well met.
Good afternoon to you, Madam Lilly. Your father has sent word that the gates to the Imperial estate are to remain closed until his arrival. I'm afraid I cannot let you pass the moment. Yeah, Lilly would like to go home, at least momentarily. I'm sorry, Madam Lilly. Your father's message was quite explicit in this matter. If you wish to speak with your father regarding this issue, I suggest you visit him at the Grand Hall. I think she'll do just that. Just curious why he might order it closed. I'm afraid not. I'm sure the magistrate has his reasons. It's quite unusual for your father to send such an order. May Rakha be with you, Madam Lilly. Locked out of her own home, Lilly can't conceive of any good reason her father would do this to her, and plans to confront him about it at his council chambers at the Grand Hall, whether he's in a meeting or not. She's surprised she hasn't been locked out of the Grand Hall courtyard. Rumors abound that the Empire is meeting strong resistance to our presence in the North. I don't doubt such news, as the North has always given a hive of treacherous brigands and vagabonds. Too true. And Lilly's starting to think her father fits right in. More statues of the Emperor. Praise be to Emperor Rakha and the glory of the Sharrakan Empire. Lilly has always kept her sights on becoming a citizen of the Empire, and that's kept her busy indeed. But now that she's graduated, she's realizing she's nothing more than just one of the many faceless citizens of the Sharrakan Empire. She deserves more. Marcius must have recognized that. Even the Emperor himself. She vows to do whatever it takes to be initiated into this ShadowGuard. When Lilly was younger, she could never muster the courage to venture behind the Grand Hall. She still can't. Has her father locked her out of the Grand Hall, too? Surprisingly, no. Captain Anagril. What is he guarding? A statue of the Emperor? If Lilly were an initiate in the ShadowGuard, she's confident she'd outrank even the Imperial Captain himself. Praise be to Emperor Rakha and the glory of the Sharrakan Empire. Even have a guard of her own.
Well met.
Captain Anagril, the grizzled old leader of Ghaarak's garrison, beams at Lilly's approach. I hope this afternoon finds you well, Madam Lilly. Tell me, what may I do for you today? Of course, Lilly'd like to see her father. Currently, your father is in important council with envoys from Emperor Rakha. Been in discussion for quite some time, so I'm not sure when he'll be available. Rest assured, I'm sure he'll send for you as soon as he can. Of course, Lily's gonna look for a little sympathy. I'd completely forgotten that was today. Congratulations on your achievement, Madam Lilly. I'm sure it must have been an important visit for your father to have missed it. He's quite proud of you after all. Doesn't mean he doesn't care. It's just that Magistrate Black has quite a bit on his mind at the moment. There's talk of war brewing in the north. He's doing all he can to ensure it doesn't reach us. Yeah, she doesn't think she's asking too much. He'll come around, Madam Lilly. Just give him some time to settle matters of duty. Be patient. I'm sure it'll all work out fine. As you wish. Should you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Important counsel with envoys from Emperor Rakha? What could possibly be so important? Unless they're envoys representing the ShadowGuard, perhaps. That must be it. In that case, Lily should be there at the meeting. Locked. Frustrated, Lily decides to seek out Chancellor Varhun, second in command only to her father. Perhaps he can tell her what's going on. What the meeting's about. Why she's been locked out of the council chamber. Out of her estate. Treated like a child.
I greet you.
Chancellor Varhun, High Chancellor of Ghaarak, second in command only to Lily's father. Doesn't even bother to look up as she approaches his desk. Speak your business quickly, Lily, for I have little time to spare in idle chattel with you. Some of us don't have as much time to waste as your father does. I guess Lily's going to mention the ShadowGuard. Yes, it seems the Empire is quite eager to get their hands on the daughter of Lilly Black. No doubt you'll get the position as well, for your father could do no wrong in the Empire's eyes, including the siring of his children. Not to mention, you never break any rules, never take any risks. Oh no, that'll be below the station of the Black family now, wouldn't it? So, to answer your question, yes, it appears you've garnered some attention to yourself. They'll probably even send you back to rule the city when they're done training you, and I'll rot away as your lackey. I'm sure the corner of Lily's lips is arching a little. But yeah, it certainly does sound like he has issues with her family. Mouth dips into a sarcastic leer. It's good to see that your training at the academy has sharpened your wits so, girl. Now, please, be on your way, for I have little desire to speak with you further. Of course, Lily liked the last word. Good riddance. I have little need or desire to speak with you further, so feel free to head right out the door. I'll have to get back to the real work around here, which you and your father so blissfully ignore. Well, he's certainly going to have a word with her father about Chancellor Varhun being treated so. With an indignant snort, Lily turns her back on the Chancellor, depriving him of a curtsy, and begins conjuring wild embellishments to add to the account of his ill treatment of her and the magistrate, for when she finally gets a chance to speak with her father. The chamber of the control stone. Lily imagines controlling Janthos' golems. Oh, the fun she could have. It only cost the lives of a few city residents to have him charged and convicted of murder. And maybe she'd even be allowed to cast judgment on his soul. And then Alia could finally stop wasting her time thinking about the little worm. Zhiram, the rather eccentric High Sorcerer of Ghaarak, greets Lily heartily as she approaches. Welcome and well met, young lass. Mind what brings such esteemed company to my chamber? Yeah, I think Lily's curious what the chamber is with the control stone. This, young madam, is the chamber of the control stone. Harnessing the collective power of Ghaarak's most powerful sorcerers, the Control Stone has allowed us to achieve grand heights in arcane advancement. The main purpose of the Control Stone is to operate the Imperial District's magical defense in the event that Ghaarak were ever to come under attack. You see, by utilizing the massive power locked within the Control Stone, we can identify or indefinitely raise a protective shield around each of the gates in the Imperial District. These shields are impervious to all forms of damage, a grand defense indeed. In addition, it also operates the magical constructs you have likely seen wandering the Imperial District. These massive laborers allow us to enjoy a bit of comfort, mindlessly performing all heavy physical labor in our place. Of course, that must also include Janthos' golem. I think Lily's slightly impressed. Indeed it is, my young friend, indeed it is. Soon we'll be capable of automating the entirety of Ghaarak, a feat that may be commonplace in civilized regions of the Empire, but a monumental achievement here along the frontier. Anything else I can help you with today, lass? Well, he's a high sorcerer asking what else might be going on. Not much worth talking about, I'm afraid. He's mentioning Janthos, working on experiments with constructs. You may want to see if you can track him down if you're looking for something a bit more exciting. Well, he already has a trick planned with Alia. Oh well, I was hoping for a bit of good company for a change. It does get a bit lonely around here at times. I'm sure Lily's eyebrows arching a little bit. But I can understand a young lass like yourself not wanting to stand around all day with an old fool like myself. Feel free to come back any time you like, and I bid thee good afternoon. Lilly makes a mental note to speak to her father about High Sorcerer Zhiram, too. If the impropriety of his casual speech isn't enough, she'll think of something. The Control Stone itself is actually a crystal perched atop a stone altar. Lilly can sense its magical energies humming across the surface, and guesses that it has a command word and that there are runes of warding, probably to prevent its improper use. She'll have to look in the library for any further clues. Before heading to the library, Lilly takes a slight detour towards Chancellor Varhun's private quarters. Careful to make sure no one else is around, she tries the door. Of course, it's locked. Finally, the library. Lilly is certainly no stranger here, having spent countless hours, usually waiting for her father, buried in texts across a wide range of subjects. Today, though, she's interested in only one: history. The history of Abaran. Of course, Instructor Jarvis already gave her the Chronicles of Abaran, but that may be part of the challenge itself, to see if she takes the initiative and studies the history of the world from other sources beyond the one given her by a simple instructor. Luckily, the High Sage Melbeth scribed a 7-volume set spanning from the creation of the world to the rise of the Empire. It's one of the most prized parts of the library's collection. A locked chest. Lilly will need bones to open it. Maybe later. Lilly searches for the last volume of the set, Volume 4. With all 7 volumes in hand, as well as the handwritten Chronicles of Abaran given her by her instructor, Lilly finds a comfortable corner in which to sit with her histories. She lays the Chronicles in her lap, running one hand over its freshly bound leather cover, closing her eyes to appreciate its smell all the better. She opens the book, hearing the spine crack for the first time, and begins to read.